Our next speaker is Anders Åberg from Sprint Biosciences, who will talk about the story or the voyage from pen stores to stock exchange.
It should say pen store. We were
Okay.
sitting on pen and not selling pens.
Stores, okay.
Something wrong there. My name is Anders Åberg. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Sprint Bioscience. I have a background from venture cap driven biotechs and from AstraZeneca in Mölndal. So Sprint Bioscience today is a company that is actually quite well known now globally in the industry. And we have an efficient platform for starting project and selecting projects that can then be driven to candidate drugs. We're building a broad portfolio and we are focusing on cancer and metabolism. We have made one major deal last year with Biopharma that can give up to 190 million euros plus royalties. We are located in Novum, Flemingsberg, in fully equipped laboratories. If you wonder, have part of Karolinska actually old facilities. We are 23 employees and we are publicly traded since 2014 on First North and since last week on the Premier segment. Our history, we started as 5 persons, 4 from the industry and 1 person that is professor at biophysics at the Karolinska Institute. And we started actually by sitting in his pen store in his lab and using 2009 to trying to understand what we should do, because we felt that we could do something with our background from the industry that we could sort of make the discovery process more efficient and more cost efficient. And in 2010, we were the 4 founders from the industry. We were the ones that started work in the lab. We had some zero customers as well, but we started to develop our own projects. We recruited we got some venture capital in 2010 from First Entrepreneur Fund and then Almi Invest. And we recruited some people, but we recruited a salesperson very early on. And because we realized, and we also, when we started the company, we realized we need to go out and sell. Even if we have great ideas, you need to sell them. We moved to new labs at the Royal Engineering High School that built an incubator for chemistry-based companies, something that KI should maybe think about. And we were 16 employees in 2013, and then actually in 2012 we hired most of them and we hired them from AstraZeneca's closure of Södertälje, so we could actually cherry pick the people that fit the way that we operated. And so we made an IPO and was listed on First North 2014. And we stopped zero business in 2013, and we're now building a portfolio. And we out-licensed a program in 2015. And how did we actually get there? And I think one thing we have learned is that if you have an idea and you believe in it, you just stay true to those ideas. And I'll take those ideas in the next slide. And as we heard earlier today, we found investors that had a common goal with what we wanted to build, because we want to build a company for the long term that develop drugs and makes a profit. We are not there to make and sell the company to large pharma industry. We also want to build a pharma company within Sweden. And we had a commercial focus from the start. We were out selling the projects already 2011. And the ideas that we have around what we want to build is that we'd like to sell in the preclinical phase so that we don't just pour money into the company and then fail in phase 2. We don't want others to fail if you need to fail. And start discussion with possible partners as early as you think you can start to develop the projects, because you will need to meet them again and again and again. We met 200 companies over 5 years many times, and they see that the company evolves and the project also moves forward. We said that we're going to use a special technology, fragment-based drug discovery technology that for when it comes to developing small molecule drugs, that seems to be one of the best to deliver the highest quality. And we do that only. We don't do anything else. And we can build a company around that. And we only put resources on so-called druggable drugs, druggable targets that are proteins that actually can be inhibited by a small molecule. And we can test that very quickly when we start a project. We don't waste time on non-druggable targets. And trust me, I have been at AstraZeneca and seen a lot of that. And I don't want to do that again. And we've said that we're going to focus on tumor metabolism because that was an emerging field, and that has been shown to be true because there is a lot of interest in tumor metabolism now, where you actually use the fact that the tumor has changed the metabolism to survive in a stressed environment. And something that also made it possible that we saw, and I think I also from my experience at AstraZeneca felt that this has been a paradigm shift, that the industry moving from in-house to co-development. And I think now the big companies have more than 50%, many of them, of their projects coming from external sources. Of course, that opens up for innovation because they can select from many people from companies like ours, small, more creative companies and environments. And we see also that they seek collaboration more earlier on and moving into the preclinical space, which maybe was more difficult 10 years ago. So as I said, the business model is then to have a strong commercial focus and out licensing early, because these deals that we can do and with main the buyer, you get upfronts, you get milestones during the development of the projects, and you can get royalties. We have built an organization with highly qualified specialists, and also managed to sort of capture the knowledge that they brought in and that we have brought in from the pharma industry with a high level of quality thinking in the projects, but we have managed as a small organization streamline it so that it is time and cost efficient. And this is the portfolio that we have right now. MTH1 was licensed to Bayer last year, as we want to say that we started a project by doing the protein and the screening in January 2014. We started the out-licensing process in June 2014 and closed the deal in July 2015. And since we are 23 persons and we run 4 programs, you can realize that we have not put very much money into this program before we actually managed to out-license it. We have two other programs, VPS34 and PIP4K2A, that we are in the process where we have discussions with partners. This takes up time, as you realize. We have another program which actually is in type 2 diabetes, which we will hopefully we will start the out-licensing process this year. And the future, of course, we need to build for the future. So we are starting new projects, and we're starting quite many new projects and selecting from them which one we bring forward. And the future of the company, we have owners now that want to build a company for the long term, to become a profitable company, and also to grow both the pipeline and the staff, but slowly, so we don't lose the very efficient culture within the company that we have built. Thank you.